In solidarity, in fact, we didn't meet him directly, but we saw him. But we got to actually meet him. It was actually Brother Delta who kept who said that when when Ozone was coordinating for the demonstration for the brother that was lynched in Georgia in Douglasville, Delta said that Ozone was making that call. Now, if anybody knows this formation of the New Black Panther Party, we've been very consistent. Ozone took the lead on the Ozone took the lead on the brother Styles lynching in Georgia. We said by all means we'll be down there with him in solidarity. When we met the brother, he met with us in Atlanta. A day before it was time for the demonstration, we met up. We met him and some of his other comrades and his queen. He is very spiritual. He's still street. He greets you shalom. He always says shalom first and then black power. So and they know who he was because in Tulsa, when number one he stood up in Georgia for Styles. That's the first time you would see him publicly. You know what I'm saying? And then in Tulsa, when the pigs was trying to turn the demonstrators around, who was the one that confronted them and say, "Show me the law"? That was Ozone. Let's not forget that. Another brother went up, but Ozone was defiant, and he say, "Show me the law." And then the lady, she got to babbling, and she acted like she was finna go get it. They know who he is.
Go. Snitch, 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 go. 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 Snitch, snitch, snitch.
You know what I mean? It's like when like a lot of folks don't understand, like they don't know the truth. Nobody knows. All the interviews that's been conducted sideways. None of them are accurate. So the actual truth behind, in fact, it was a lot of situations that took place behind the first formation. Like how me and O encountered each other. I've been seeing them, that Jay brought him in. So I'm telling Jay, I like Buddy. I like him. We're gonna make them such and such. And just picking them out. But Brooke's sister asked us to go downtown to the BLM event and assist her. As we going downtown, my line is driving, she wrecked, she NFAR, she one of them type. She up and running. So she get into it with another female, some other chick down there in Atlanta, but the girl have a gun on her hip. I'm on the passenger side, I can see this. I'm telling her, chill out. Because she don't see it's a girl behind that girl. That's a homegirl with her. And they both strapped. So my line is she backing up, opening the door. I say, fuck it. But I see the girl got the gun on her kids in the car. No, I say, man, pull over. We going downtown to BLM for Brooke's sister with GDs and all that. We pull over, I jump out with the I come out, I jump in the car. Baby girl jump out, the kids jump out, haul ass, homegirl jump out. I say, man, you pull that shit up your hip, I'm gonna knock your ass down. Ozone came out of nowhere. Like, bro, what the fuck going on? Such, this and that. Ozone was the only one with me that time. You know what I mean? When we caught that incident and he brought it up. So I'm like, you was with me, you was there that day. He like, yeah, man, I was right next to you. So I'm like, oh shit, now I reflected back. Like, yeah, this nigga he was dead. Ozone has always been the protector. When Jay was downtown doing that flaw ass interview with some big ass motherfucking white Air Force Ones, Ozone was with him. You hear me? So for him to go out, I get it. I understand what's going on with the case and all that. You know what I mean? But then again, you owe that man way more. You owe KFO way more. You know what I mean? For you to be...
Is telling something on somebody else. Maybe on yourself.
Well, snitching somebody is telling the authorities on somebody who may be guilty or committed a crime.
Snitching is revealing of information that you might not have supposed to have revealed, or you reveal some information that's extremely helpful.
I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember. I be that more you gon' remember. remember, that's right. I'll be there more you gon' remember. To Harker Bay front line till the law call my number. You a friend of the Moors, then you a friend of mine. I was told to watch my enemies, now hold my line. Those that speak against the prophet, they speak against me. And I'm speaking about the prophet over Drew Ali, who was the first to remind you and bind you back to Morocco, the mountains, Mississippi, and Quebec. Told you you wasn't black, proved it with straight facts. You tripping off trucks, you need to be tripping off that. Now here we go again, acting like you a slave. Family, see y'all tonight, 9:30. Let's go. I'll be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember. I'll be that more you gon' remember. To Harker Bay front line till the law call my number. To another edition of Moorish World TV. I am your host, Brother Tahaka Bay. I am your host, Brother Tahaka Bay. Are you in the building? Y'all see I'm in my radio voice today because I want to make sure y'all get this point and get it good. Press 7 if you hear me. I want to make sure y'all get this point and I want to make sure that you get it good. Real talk. I'm telling you, I'm going to ask everybody to share this twice. I'm about to take you on a journey and show you without a doubt that if you are a true freedom fighter, whether you are a protester, whether you with a gun organization, or whether you just a supporting member of whenever there's a time to come together, you're ready to move. I'm about to show you tonight that many of our brothers and sisters who were serious about taking a stand for Breonna Taylor, for George, for Aubrey, for anybody who has suffered at the hand of the oppressive system, any of you that came forth and answered the call, whether you believe it or not, is really not important today. But I implore you to share it with those, share this presentation with those who you think don't like me. I'm talking about those of the Black Power organization, those of the gun organization, those of all these organizations that think that I'm doing some social media posing, that think I'm hating on them standing up to the European, to the pig, to the cracker, to whatever you choose to call the opposition today that you consider to be opposition. I ask that you share this. Because what I'm about to lay out today, I'm going to lay this out so clear. I'm going to lay this out so clear that you would have to, if you don't believe it to be right and exact, you would have to consider. You're going to have to consider that it's been a setup the whole time. Question. I'm going to ask a few questions in this presentation. Question number 1. Where did all the militias go? Where did they go? When I say all the militias, I'm speaking of the European militias too. Everybody quiet, ain't it? Where did they go? What happened? Anybody know? What happened? They were so active in in response to Grandmaster Jay coming out of nowhere. You had all sorts of militias, European militias, Chinese militia, Geechee militias, Spanish militias. You even had the Greek fraternity marching with batons and canes and a gun in another hand, militias. No, I'm just playing with that. But where did they all go? What happened? That's a question that everybody should ask themselves. That if we have a high concentration of something and then it disappears, but that high concentration of something came out of the blue. In other words, it appeared, then disappeared. What happened? Because before Grandmaster Jay, we did not see on the media, social media, or any type of media, this type of concentration of armed militias. In fact, if you have read a newspaper, you read about it. Oh, the militia in Ruby Ridge. Oh, the militia in this place. Oh, the militia in this place. But we as a group of people never ever had a strong relationship with the militia culture, if you will. There's always been gun clubs. There's always been enthusiasts of guns. There's always been our people who have armed themselves. But never ever in history have you seen one person make a call and everyone who believe in practicing bearing arms came out of their backyard, came out of their houses, came out of their secret places, came out of their offices, and came to the streets with their weapons. You have never seen that in history. Never, ever. I'm telling you that this was by design. I'm telling you that this was by design. And I'm going to show you momentarily. I got one more question. No, don't fall for this. I believe since GMJ have learned their lesson, have more become private and gone underground. Don't fall for this. Many of these organizations have always existed, brother. Many of these organizations existed before Grandmaster Jay. In fact, Grandmaster Jay didn't never have an organization. His organization consisted of a conglomerate of organization that predates NFAC. Grandmaster Jay never had an organization. The organization known as NFAC was built from organization that exist. That's where they came from. You hear what I say? That's where they came from. And you had some stragglers that wasn't a part of organizations or some sympathizers that ultimately joined NFAC. But NFAC did not exist. Now, here we go. Let's start off fresh. I got a few questions for you. Because if you've seen the flyer that I put out today, I'm telling you right now that whether you like it or not, you're going to hear this truth today. One of the most dangerous men in the past 20 years. And it wasn't because he had a gun. One of the most dangerous men that walked among us in the past 20 years was Dr. Khalid Muhammad. You hear what I say? Was Dr. Khalid Muhammad. This was one of the most dangerous men to European oppression. And it's not because he had a gun. It was because he was intelligent, he was strategic, and he didn't bite his tongue for anyone. And he was highly influential among the youth. See, you old people that like to march with guns, you're no threat. You old people that like to be 50 and 45 and my age, you're no threat. Dr. Khalid Muhammad was able to influence the 20-somethings. And when you look at any revolution of any kind, if you cannot influence the 20-somethings, you don't have a revolution. You don't have it. This is why Dr. Khalid Muhammad was so dangerous to the opposition. Because he called a million youth march. People thought that was a march like the regular marches. No, 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 no. The Million Youth March was about influencing the youth. That's what it was about. Because once you have the youth, you have a formidable army. It's the fact of the matter. So all of this old marching stuff, I mean, it looked cute. It looked nice. So let's talk about this. Once Dr. Khalid Muhammad transitioned, we're not going to get into the debate of how he transitioned. Once Dr. Khalid Muhammad transitioned, it was open season to open the doors. It was open season. It was open seasons to open the doors to spring the trap on each and every one of you who think that you're about liberation. So let's run it down the line real quick. Dr. Khalid Muhammad, everybody want to hang their black power on Dr. Khalid Muhammad. Sinetta want to hang his black power on Dr. Khalid Muhammad. But all we hear is Dr. Khalid Muhammad taught me. Dr. Khalid Muhammad taught me. Dr. Khalid Muhammad taught me. How much footage we seen you with Dr. Khalid Muhammad? We got one picture that's real shaky with you and Dr. Khalid Muhammad. But we don't see you on posts. Go on down your history and show people how much you love Dr. Khalid Muhammad. Sinetta. Just name dropping Dr. Khalid Muhammad. So once Dr. Khalid Muhammad transitioned, the next one was put in position is the one behind Dr. Khalid Muhammad. The one that they say has been compromised since day one because he's the one that called the minister and Dr. Khalid Muhammad to come to Howard University. Being a part of the Howard University Student Union, Black Student Union, he called them to Howard University. And as one of our guests said on the show, that Howard University ain't nothing but a nest of raccoons. But now I want to ask you, anybody, and I know a few would know, but anybody, how much do you really know about Malik Zulu Shabazz? Anybody? Some of y'all in here march with him. What's Malik Zulu Shabazz? And don't be afraid to write it in the chat. What's Malik Zulu Shabazz birth name? Write it in the chat for me. Somebody know. What's his birth name? See, we're going to talk real talk now. I don't care about these people getting mad. This is about our liberation for real. And I'm doing it from a media perspective. Like I said, we need you. What's Lewis Perry or Perry Lewis? Now, Javon Muhammad they say he poisoned Khalid. Now I got another question for you. Please put in the chat, what area of law do Malik practice? I'm going to wait for that and take a sip. What area of law do Malik Zulu Shabazz practice? See, we're going to ask the real questions tonight, and we're going to show and prove. These questions mean something. What area of law do Malik practice? I'm looking. I've been there, called it civil law, injury law. Now ask me this question. Riddle me this. How can you be attorney claiming to be on the front line if you don't even practice criminal defense law? It's all a sham. It's all a sham. When brothers get in trouble like Ozone, they need criminal defense attorneys. They don't need civil attorneys. He's been riding this lawyer thing for far too long, and he's just an injury attorney. He's an ambulance chaser attorney. With all due respect, everybody needs to have a place of expertise. But to act as if you are some sort of freedom fighter and a defense attorney, that's a miscarriage of justice to our people. Thank you, Father and Son Vlogs. Thank you for your support, family. Thanks for all those who at the Cash App. I appreciate you. Because from this day on, we ain't taking this off. For 2022, we're not taking this off on these people no more. Too many people are going to jail, never to be heard of again. Too many people are dying, and we don't even know. I was searching for a brother for this presentation. I don't know where the brother at who got locked up dealing with this mess. So let's get right to it. I'm going to tell you now, when people follow Malik Zulu Shabazz and people associated with Malik Zulu Shabazz that had the same type of infractions and never seen a police backseat, the bars and all of that, and never seen a cell, never seen a judge, man, y'all got to stay away from me. Many people, let me pause for 1 second, pause for the cause, because I'm really up in this. Every fiber of my being is in this conversation. Many people looking for the Ozone presentation. But I had to take a pause for the cause for the Ozone presentation, because I want to make sure that the presentation that I give for Ozone represents him correctly. I want to make sure that the presentation that I give for Ozone represents him in a way that will be of benefit to him, not just running my mouth and having him say things that may be of no benefit to him. So I'm taking my time with that. Press 7 if you understand what I'm saying. I watch these people keep speaking on behalf of a brother whose life on the line and just saying any and everything. They got to be crazy. And they claim to be conscious, claim to be freedom fighters, but will say anything. Man, this man's life is on the line. This man's life is on the line. These fools are quick to open their mouth. OC the Great, all of these people, they quick to open their mouth. Like, how often have these people have been in front of a judge? You don't know. You don't know. How often have these people been in front of a judge? How often have these people been critiqued by the investigators? How often have these people have been in the judicial system? How often do they even know how the judicial system works before they open their mouth on these platforms? Unbelievable to me. Unbelievable to me. Christian News and interviews say OC the Great was trying to help. OC the Great, he may have been trying to help, but for the lack of experience and understanding how this system works, he talked too daggone much. And he opened his platform for those who say just the craziest things. They just say just the craziest things. The man's life is on the line. Shout out to M. Nugent. Peace and love, big brother. The man's life is on the line. You don't bring people on your platform when a man's life is on the line to just blabber off at their mouth. The man deserves a fair trial. The man doesn't deserve they bringing something in there to distract witnesses that come off of social media. He doesn't deserve that. Heck, they even could use my stuff. Who knows? But I don't speak on Arthur Wallace. I don't speak on the case. And these people still following these people. It's unbelievable to me. It's unbelievable to me. People still following people who are suspect. You can't follow people who are suspect. You can't follow people who are suspect and expect people to give you a pass. You don't get a pass today. Too many lives are on the line. Let me get back to this. So we're going to start with Malik Zulu Shabazz, family. I want y'all to share this to every platform that you can. If you are a freedom fighter, share it to your freedom fighting platforms because everybody needs to see this today. Everybody needs to see this. You don't have to like me. Let's start it off. We're going to get all right into it right now. This is how this works right here. Tell me if you can see it. Whether you know it or not, many people want to know how Grandmaster Jay entered the equation. Well, you're going to know today. The way that Grandmaster Jay entered the equation is by AJ. That's right. I said it. It's by AJ. And I'm going to prove it. And I'm going to prove it. Now, Malik brings in Hashim. Crystal also comes in under Malik. AJ comes under Malik. Grandmaster Jay slips in by the way of AJ. Now, why is this so important? Because many people think that Grandmaster Jay just appeared. No. Somebody got to let you in the door. You hear what I say? Somebody got to let you in the door. You don't come in our community just appearing. Somebody must let you in the door. In the Moorish Science Temple of America, there's a way that I came in the door. I came in through the Moorish American Communications Office. I can take you back to my first Grand Sheik today. over 30 years ago, I can take you back to him. He's still in Baltimore right now. In fact, I got a video with him. So I can show you my track record. I can show you my progression. I can show you who I am. So whenever someone comes out of the blue, the first thing we need to do as a people, family classes in session, the first thing we need to do as a people is ask ourselves, who is this? Where they come from? Who, what, where, and why? Who are you? What are you here for? Where you come from? And why are you here? Last but not least, who sent you? Who brought you? Who are you? Who sent you? Who brought you? Who are you? Y'all want some liberation or y'all want some entertainment? If y'all want entertainment, it's all on social media. But if y'all want some liberation, the first thing you got to do is look for the infiltration. That's the first thing that you're going to have to do is look for the infiltration. And don't get mad at me because I'm pointing out things that's right before your face. I'm not telling you something that doesn't exist. It's right before your face. I'm not making this up for a social media thing. I got other things I could be doing. I got a love for my people. It's plenty of things I could be doing right now. I got a love for my people, and I know that this was a setup, and I will be a fool to let this go down in the grave with me. The way that I can see through this, the way that I can articulate it, the talent that I have in presenting this, I would be a fool not to give it to my people. And after me, I hope somebody else can articulate the infiltration before or after or in the middle of it to our people. So let's get it. Let's get it. Everybody thumbs up. We're going to get serious on here. Everybody thumbs up. So I said, Malik, Hashim. See, again, once the real general was out of the picture, and we can get into Malik in the greater detail. We can get to Hashim in the greater details. I already got into Crystal Muhammad in the greater details, and we can get into AJ in the greater details. But I'm about to show you right now exactly what I'm talking about. All right. Show you right now exactly what I'm talking about. And I was moving kind of fast, but I still got my little clips going. Tell me what this is.
Armed patrol right in front of Gregory McMichael's home.
Listen good.
Well protected, well protected, well protected.
You don't win wars by marching and protesting. You win wars by fighting back.
General Rottweiler, a member of the armed patrol, says he wants justice by any means necessary.
You have to fight back. So you can't just sit there and your family gets murdered or your people get murdered.
When you see a person get shot with a shot.
Well protected, well protected, well protected.
You don't win wars by marching and protesting. You win wars by fighting back.
Who is, somebody said turn the volume up. Hold up 1 second. I think that's hot.
Well protected, well protected, well protected.
You don't win wars by marching and protesting. You win wars by fighting back.
General Rottweiler, a member.
Well protected, well protected. Well protected.
You don't win wars by marching and protesting. You win wars by fighting back.
General Rottweiler, a member of the armed patrol, says he.
Family, I want to ask you, who is General Rottweiler? Who is General Rottweiler? Who is it? AJ Frazier. You see who?
He wants justice by any means necessary.
You have to fight back. So you can't just sit there and your family gets murdered or your people get murdered.
When you see a person
in front of Gregory McMichael's home.
Well protected, well protected, well.
That's when Grandmaster Jay was introduced to you. You hear what I say? That's when Grandmaster J was introduced to you. I'm going to ask you again, who introduced Grandmaster J to you? Nobody knew him before this. Who introduced Grandmaster J into this gun culture community? Huh? Huh? That's clear. See, I heard him say on my show that he seen him when he was there, but it doesn't make sense. This is why it doesn't make sense. 1 second. This is why it doesn't make sense. 1 second. See, as I here we go. This is why it doesn't make sense. Many people, and I've said it again, I said it before and I say it again, many people would always consider, why did bro use this as his logo? 1 second. Like, why did he use this as his logo? And his explanation to me was that was the only picture he had and he needed it fast. That didn't make sense to me. He actually said it live on my show. That's the only thing he had and he needed it fast. One moment. And so he created his logo from this picture. Now, how do you create a logo from a picture of someone you just met on May the 13th or May the 12th, 2020? I would have rubbed that person out. This appears to be a telltale sign that the operation was a success to introduce him into this gun community. It was a success. And to thumb his nose at you, he put it on his logo. How many times that you're going to meet somebody and you see them in the background? You see them in the background of the picture and you keep them in the background to be on your logo. Now remember, GMJ, Crip said GMJ wasn't even a Panther. GMJ wasn't a Panther, nor was GMJ an FAC. Nor was he an FAC. Let me stop this for a second. In fact, I'm going to show you how this works in a second. Let me find it real quick. In fact, this Grandmaster J wasn't nothing. This was the infiltration, Yasmin. This was the creation of NFAC. And guess else what it was a creation of? Guess what? Guess what else it was a creation was? You want to see what else? Brunswick, Georgia. Video of Panther Special Operation Command. And Armed Patrol has gone viral on Saturday. What is Panther Special Operation Command? That's called PANSAC. That was also created that day. Because before that, General Rottweiler was a Panther, supposedly. Y'all hear what I say? It was also created that day. Let me tell you something. One of the great illusion tricks that is played by the opposition, the divide and conquer, has been done intellectually. The divide and conquer means now that you make so many variations of the one thing that people don't know what to pick. People don't know what to move with. This is why it's so many Moorish Science Temple of Americas, so many Nation of Islams, so many militias. Y'all hear what I say? Y'all hear what I say? The new infiltration and manipulation and divide and conquer is make so many variations that the people become discombobulated. And they don't know what's what. And they have to keep on trying and trying and trying. And then they figure out this one ain't right. That one ain't right. This is an agent. That one ain't right. This one ain't right. That one is an agent. This one crazy. This one is a sex addict. This one is a drug addict. This one is a drunk. And before it's all over said and done, you give up hope for revolution. So the European or the opposition do not have to do anything to you. All they got to do is put people in place to cause the separation and the division to happen, and the people will not know what side to pick. This is why we got to become more intelligent. We have to be more intelligent, and we have to look at people for who they are and where they come from. If people come into your community talking about we do rescue operations and they don't show you no rescue operations, man, leave that alone. They said Special Operations Command. Special what? Oh, we can't tell you that, it's top secret. Man, you don't get out my face. Man, you don't get out my face. We special operations. We can't tell you that. It's special. Top secret. We jumping out of planes. Where you jumping out the plane in the projects? My people are suffering in the projects. What, you jumping out in the plane in Baltimore City, Washington, D.C., Atlanta? See what I'm talking about? This that stuff to work on your heartstring. Yeah, we got people in trouble in Africa. Yeah, we got people in trouble in the jungles, but we got people in trouble in the concrete jungle. Where we going to swim in the neighborhood swimming pool with scuba gear? Somebody peed in the pool. Come on, let's go into this, get our scuba gear. We special operations. In the community swimming pool with guns because somebody peed in the pool. And if this Daniel McKenzie asked me for some paperwork again, matter of fact, man, let me get him out of here. Paperwork that. Write your governor. Write your senator. Ask me for some paperwork. That's that old jail talk. That old criminal jail talk. Right now, we got to figure it out and put the puzzle together. Worrying about no paperwork. We're looking at the pieces of the puzzle. Where's the paperwork? Go back to jail. Ask your cell buddy that. Ask your cellmate that. We on social media in 2022. Our people are dying. Must have wear some paperwork at. Go jail with that. I try to hear that goofy stuff. That's the goofiest thing I've heard. You still in jail? You better lay down before they find you clicking on that phone and take it from you. Call your babies or something with your phone. Don't be bothering me. ain't up there bothering you eating your Jack Mac. I'm not taking your coffee packages. Leave me alone. Better use that phone, call your babies. Sitting up there talking about where the paperwork? Where the paperwork? Where the paperwork? You can tell some people are so ignorant. You can tell some people love jail. You know what I mean? They can't get out of jail. Where the paperwork? Where the paperwork? In the paperwork? Where the paperwork? Where the paperwork? Shut up. Out here. People dying at an alarming rate, and you talking about where the paperwork? Be underneath the jail. But they ain't got no paperwork. They done took the stand. Where the paperwork, Judge? You got 100 years. Where the paperwork? No parole. You ain't got no paperwork. Goofy. We need to grow up. That's why I make fun of y'all. Just goofy to me. Where the paperwork? You sitting underneath the jail. Talking about they ain't got no paperwork. You gonna eat your cornbread? Exactly. I trade you my cornbread for your milk. I'm a little lactose. These people crazy, man. So listen, let's get it on. The video of Panther Special Operations Command on patrol has gone viral on Saturday. The organization led an armed patrol in front of Gregory McMichael's home. McMichael was one of the men accused of being involved in the fatal shooting of Ahmaud Arbery. Special Operations Command of the Armed Patrol, General Rottweiler, say he wants justice by any means necessary. You don't win wars by marching and protesting. You win wars by fighting back, said Rottweiler. You have to fight back. That's the way I was bred, and that's the way the military teaches you. You have to fight back, and you can't just sit there when your family gets murdered and people gets murdered. Then I got a question. If anybody would try to imply that this is just some live stream talking, whatever, the question now would be, Grandmaster Jay comes out of nowhere and participates in this march, which it wasn't a whole bunch of people there, as we look at marches with the later NFAC. How was it that Grandmaster Jay, out of all people at that march, was able to jump out a car and get a national news camera in his face the moment he jumped out the car? Press 7 if y'all seen that video. Out of all the people there, not only did AJ camera people, not only did AJ camera people zeroed in on Grandmaster Jay, a nobody. National news cameras and national media cameras zeroed in on Grandmaster Jay, the star of the show. This was all a setup, and I'm going to show you to you. I'm going to show you as we get going. It was all a setup. All the people there, it zeroed in on Grandmaster Jay, an actor, an habitual liar. Let's go back up here. Paris S. Lewis. This is all you will know about Malik Zulu Shabazz. This is all you will know about Malik Zulu Shabazz. That he's from Los Angeles, California. But where? Where at in LA? Where's his childhood friends? Can he bring them on camera? Have you ever? This is all you know. That he went to Howard University. He's from Los Angeles, and that's it. And you really believe that Paris is fighting for your liberation. After all the people under his leadership have seen a cell and time but him. Somebody say not even a Mars can vouch for him. Why did he even change his name to Malik Zulu Shabazz? Never being a member of the Nation of Islam. I got a Bey on my name because I subscribe to the teachings of Prophet Noble Drew Ali, and Bey identifies me as being awoke to the consciousness of Prophet Noble Drew Ali's teachings, as well my free national standard as a Moorish American. Why would a person change his name to Malik Zulu Shabazz? What inspires you to do that? Some fabricated story that your grandfather was in the NOI that nobody never heard of, that nobody never known, that nobody is aware of? One second. Real quick. Family, we about to turn this up. I just want to share this for a few seconds. Give me a moment, because we're about to turn it up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I want everybody to like it. How many likes we got? We got 118 likes. Family, if you are in there, we got 445 people, and I'm just getting started with this research. I'm asking you to please share this so we can wake our people out. If you want to critique me, email me at tahakabay@gmail.com. I open my floor to you. Just come on respectfully. You see what I'm saying? Just come on respectfully. We can have a dialogue. I'm planning, if you're not aware, I'm planning this Wednesday to begin to I'm planning this Wednesday to open back up to tahakabay.com with some of this research that cannot be on YouTube. So many people have unsubscribed. Not many, but quite a few have unsubscribed because I haven't been live there, and rightfully so. You're supposed to. But on Wednesday, let me check. Let me see if I got a response yet. On Wednesday, I will be back on tahakabay.com with So on Wednesday, I'm gonna be back on. I'm back on tahakabay.com, and I'm telling you, I got a whole show coming on about the guy Dern that was selling T-shirts, who Ozone emphatically says he don't know. Say he don't know him. And we're going to get busy. So if you're not on tahakabay.com on Wednesday, that's where I'm going to be here talking. I'm going to be doing my slideshow and my receipts on tahakabay.com. So all The sound bites and everything will be on taakabay.com. It is what it is. You know, this game of playing games with our people has gone too far. And someone has to say something. Someone have to say something. And I hope that you're able to carry the message when I'm done. You know what I mean? Now, let's get back in. Let's get back into it. I'll open up the stream as soon as I'm done. Now and again, I just want to let you know that all of this lawyer talk, Black Lawyers for Justice, all of that, I want you to look at in his own words, his area of practice is police killing, federal civil rights violations by the police, false arrests, wrongful death, victim rights, personal injury. So basically, he's waiting for you to get yourself in a jam. You hear me? He's waiting for you to get yourself in a jam. And when you do get yourself in a jam, he will come and file a lawsuit for you. This is called a cancer on the state. Do you know what that means, a cancer on the state? That means you get paid off of somebody else's misery. You're just a cancer on the body of the state. Everybody needs a job, I get it. But don't masquerade like you some sort of freedom fighter, because that's not the case. That's not the case. As you can see right here, a case that was ultimately not won by him in 2020. Wherefore, premises consider plaintiff pray that summons issued at the defendant be served and made answer in, that the jury trial be held wherein plaintiffs are awarded compensatory, whatever, I'm going to beat that word up, damages in the amount of $7,170,000 and punitive damages, and the amount of $10 million for wrongful death of Darius Stewart on behalf of the estate of Darius Stewart and his family, and the plaintiff be awarded such other further relief, both general and specific, to which may be entitled. That's Malik Zulu Shabazz. These are the type of cases that he chased. These are the type of cases that he chased. So the only thing that he can do is send you out there to get beat upside your head. And when you get beat upside your head, he can help you sue. So if you're running alongside these people and you get yourself in a jam, you're on your own. You're on your own. Who else going to tell you this? Anybody else going to tell you this? Everybody else thinks somebody screaming Black Power is official. Everybody else believe that when somebody scream F the pig, that they official. Everybody else believe that as soon as someone calls a European a cracker, that they are official. When in fact, they be the ones you need to watch out for. Bad boys moving silent. They the ones you got to watch out for, because those are the ones who's trying to work on your proverbial heartstrings. Those are the ones. You follow me? I hope y'all with me. I hope y'all with me. These people have no track record, no wins. Here we go. Back to NFAC. In an interview with NBC Morgan Radford last March, Johnson said NFAC was growing by leaps and bounds. He said the goal are self-defense to create a Black ethno-state. The NFAC was born out of the last 4 years under Trump administration. Never forget that. I want you to remember that. That it was born out of the Trump administration. Never have you seen before an opposition that immediately at its birth and inception makes national news, and the news is agreeable. The news is agreeable. The news on a national level is entertaining this madness with no research. Do y'all hear what I said? Most times that you see the news, whether liberal or conservative, it always goes with background research. But the story on Grandmaster Jay, this was an odd presentation. This was an odd presentation of a news story. They had no background data. The only thing that they say was he was a former hip-hop artist, and we know that was a lie. And he was a former DJ. We knew that was a lie. And that's all they would say. And then they would put the camera in his face and allow him to promote this foolery. And the people that are not used to celebrity type of attention, they thought this was a good thing. But in fact, it was a recruiting mechanism. The media is owned by the government. It was a recruiting mechanism. And in recruiting, it was only recruiting to build a database. Press 7 if y'all with me. It was a recruiting mechanism in order to build a database. Why did they want a database, though? Show you why they wanted a database. The reason why they wanted a database was because of this report right here in 2019. Leaked FBI documents was published by a young Turk shedding light on how the FBI surveils black people based on basis black identity extremist designation. Anybody remember that? These documents showed that the FBI wasted resources to target black people because of protected First Amendment activities, said Norsa Chandri, Deputy Director of ACLU's Racial Justice Program. Y'all remember that? This is what Grandmaster Jay was all about. Why was this so important? How does this connect to Grandmaster Jay? Well, very simple. Very simple. Anybody know who this brother is? Anybody know who this brother is? I'm waiting for somebody to say in the chat. Anybody know who this brother is? If you don't know, this is Makai Johnson, was accused of shooting 11 policemen, and if I'm not mistaken, don't charge it to my heart, killed 7. Accused. You hear what I say? This was the beginning of the manhunt on our people who had weapons and had any sort of extremist views according to the United States government or the FBI. This is what set off to instigate a Grandmaster Jay. But the only way that he could come in is through Malik or one of the Malik affiliates. Y'all hear what I say? It only makes sense that Crystal Muhammad was too vocal, too foolish, too reckless. Malik, he's too controlling. And it just didn't look like, to me, when you look at the personalities, being a Monday night quarterback, that those personalities was mesh. So who's next in line? He comes through the door of AJ, but this was what kicked it off. 2016. See, while y'all working for days' accomplishments, these plans are put in motion the moment something happened. Now listen to this. There was a time when he was known as a well-mannered young man, a regular at his church, a pleasant presence on the tree-lined suburban multicultural street in his neighborhood called Camelot. He grew up to serve his country in Afghanistan, but on Thursday night, 25-year-old Makai Johnson, African-American, drove his car to a rally against police violence and began killing officers in downtown Dallas, hoping to single out the white ones. In the process, he managed to bring his war back home, killing at least one fellow military veteran and hiding the fears that the nation he had been deployed to protect overseas was now failing to address its growing racial divide at home. The Dallas police remained on edge Saturday. In the late afternoon, officers drew their weapons and cleared the area near the back of their headquarters after a report of a suspicious person. Y'all hear me? That's what the following year created the Black identity extremists. Foul. Hear what I say? Y'all hear what I say? And in order for you to come out of hiding, they would have to bring someone out that has charisma or swag, that can tug on your heartstrings and bring you out of the woodwork. And who was that?
You called me and say, Jay, I done went back to school and scooped these niggas' kids up. What you want me to do with them? If you got the mayor tied up with duct tape and a rope in the back of your SUV and said, Jay, I got this nigga, what you want to do with it? Then you call me.
And who was that? To pull on your heartstrings, to bring you out the woodwork? Who was that?
Law enforcement. If you really want to have the worst day in U.S. history, if you really want to see what it's like to all that shit you carry, what it's like when they know how to shoot back, if you really want it like that, we're going to bring it to you. You see, the city of Minneapolis, you got one chance to fix this shit. Because when we show the fuck up, it's going to be the worst thing. Don't call your National Guard out. We got something.
And who did pull on your heartstrings? Who was it?
You join us and we find out that you're working for the other side, we're going to kill you. Straight the fuck up.
This was all a plot. This was all a plot to bring out the real ones from the woodwork, to bring them to the forefront, to build the database. And unfortunately, many people fell for it. And I was the one on the front line telling you, no, 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 no. Oh, no. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no, 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 no. And they was calling me the agent. But I was the one that's saying, don't do it. Chill. What's up, Keish? I was the one that's saying, no. Because there is no revolutionary that will leave a campaign from a social media platform. Not a real revolution from a social media platform. Not a real revolution from an IG page, from a YouTube page. Are you kidding me? And everybody went for it. Not everybody, but quite a few. Quite a few went for it. And when he was watching them grow in support of him, I was putting out videos like this called the Fire Starter.
Now, on the other hand, if y'all want to go to war, if y'all really want to set it off and not care about what happens on the other side, if that is truly what's on your mind, then don't let nobody stand in your way. Do it yourself.
You hear that? He's inciting people into a situation that he will not be a part of. This is what I was telling people. And as I put this together, I'm telling you, it was all a part of a bigger plan. Remember, the extremists, Black Identity Extremist document. Let's go and read a little something of it. I told you. See, this is not research where you just go look at somebody's Facebook page or something like this. No, this is research that is put together by logical reasoning and common sense. You know what I'm saying? This is not that stuff that, I'm a good researcher. Nah, that's not that. That's not that. We're going to also research and we're going to put it together and paint this picture. You follow what I'm saying? We're going to put it together and we're going to paint this picture. So, let's see. What is this here? That's it. So, here it is right here, the document. The FBI judge says it's very likely that Black identity extremist perception of police brutality against African Americans have become organizing drivers for Black identity extremist movement since 2014, resulting in a spike of Black identity extremists, intentionally targeting law enforcement with violence in all 6 targeted attacks since 2014. The FBI assesses it is very likely the Black identity extremists acted in retaliation for perceived past police brutality incidents, even though 5 of these attacks occurred following controversial police shootings of African Americans by white police officers. Black identity extremist targeting of officers was not in every incident based on the specific race. On 7 July 2016, Mekhi Johnson ambushed and shot 11 law enforcement officers, killing 5. My apology. I thought I said 7, 5 in downtown Dallas, Texas. Now, back to my point. This was when they came up with the covert plan to bring anybody that would be potentially, as they seen Mekhi Johnson, bring them out of the backyard into the forefront. Press 7 if you follow me now. Shout out to my brother, Bolagoon. That's my bro. Real one, man. Honor, salute to my brother, man. Press 7 if you follow me. Grandmaster Jay was able to bring people out of their backyard, out of their sheds, out of their offices, and bring them to the streets, and even had them sign papers being a part of something. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is going to shock you in a second. It's going to shock you in 1 second. Let me pull it up real quick. I want to show you, and I got to show this to you, family, because this is what they're going to use anyway. This is just a sad state of affairs, family. I want you to brace yourself for a second. I want you to brace yourself for 1 second as I show this. Listen to this.
Knock the fuck out of them. You see 2, 3 cops jumping on a motherfucker and there's 8 of y'all out there, jump on those motherfuckers. See, let me tell you what's fucked up. Y'all won't do that to this gang that comes in your neighborhood. I don't want to go to jail. How the fuck you gonna go to jail if they unconscious? Well, what if take the goddamn body cameras off of them? Take the motherfucking police car, flip that bitch over and set it on fire.
Y'all hear that? Pay close attention to this. Listen again.
Well, what if take the goddamn body cameras off of them? Take the motherfucking police car, flip that bitch over and set it on.
You hear this? You hear how he inciting this madness? But now look at this. He said, y'all heard what he said. This is a report in the newspaper. Before suspect Arthur Ozone Wallace shot, and I'm going to say allegedly, but this is the report in the newspaper in Daytona. Shot Daytona police officer Jason Rayner. Wallace pulled the power cord off the officer's body camera, according to Volusia County Sheriff Mike Chipwell. The move, Chipwell said in the interview Saturday, is just one of the tactics taught by NFAC. Y'all see where this going? Y'all see how this going? That's why I don't trust none of these crazy people. I don't trust none of these crazy people calling me up, trying to be on the platform, giving me advice. I don't trust none of you crazy people. Acting like you ozone friend, acting like you a part of a revolution. Man, get out of here. Man, get out of here. But don't. Unbelievable to me. And you got people that's trying to protect these people who ultimately give the case a black eye. Unbelievable to me. It's so crazy to me. It's so crazy to me. When you look at videos like this.
Peace to the gods. Back at it again.
Where someone can show up with a camera and have free reign to record because they done turned on a camera on YouTube and claim to be a part of what's going on. Nobody cares where this person came from. Nobody cares where this person get his credentials from. Nobody cares. Just as long as you scream Black Power. Just as long as you scream F the European, F the cracker, F the pig, you amongst the ranks. As long as you do that. Now, how long ago was Tulsa? Anybody know? Anybody know how long Tulsa was? How long ago was Tulsa? Anybody know? When did they go to Tulsa? Anybody remember? Anybody remember how long ago it was Tulsa? Now, the reason why I asked you that, how long ago was Tulsa, is it's very clear. Just not so long ago, Tulsa everybody met in Tulsa and was in full regalia. Y'all hear me? Everybody met in Tulsa and was full regalia. September 2021. Now, I just showed this video.
Part 2.
I just showed this video of Tulsa. And you got your brother, OC the Great. Right here. With the camera, chilling. September, October, November, December, January, February. We in February, right? We in February, right? And now in February, it's a new day. And guess what? This is latest video. Now, he claimed that he was a Panther before, and I actually believe him. But I got footage where he calls Malik as well as Hashim agents. So he then went from September to February and got a Black Panthers patch. Man, you can't make this stuff up. Unbelievable to me that we fall for this okie doke. Unbelievable. Just 5 months ago, he was saying Malik was an agent or implied it. What made him throw back on this outfit? Who authorized him to throw back on this outfit? He has had Crystal Muhammad on his platform. He recently had Malik on his platform. But now he out in the public. Is it easy? Is it that easy? Is it that easy? Is it that easy? I'm not going to play the full video, but I will. What I will do, I invite you to the channel, OC the Great. I don't want to hear what you got to say. You suspect. What's your real name? My name is Toronto Johnson. I live in Baltimore. My address ain't changing. How about that? I ain't going nowhere. Who are you? Where you come from? I keep telling you, go home and take care of that baby. Take care of that wife. Stop acting like you really bought this life. You ain't bought this life. You want to be a YouTuber? Be a YouTuber. You don't have to dress up to be a YouTuber. Just be a YouTuber. I've been telling people for the longest time that Grandmaster Jay is suspect. That Grandmaster Jay is suspect. And the whole time, OC the Great on his platform just promoted and 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 promoted Grandmaster Jay until Grandmaster Jay ultimately bit him with a strike for promoting him. You can't make this stuff up. And the guy mad at me because I told you the truth? Don't be mad at me because I told you the truth. I told you he wasn't right. Don't get mad at me because I told you the truth and then make a little video. Oh, you an agent. You got my address. You see me every day. Don't nobody know you. I know that you graduated from the Christian college or that you was in the Christian college. I know you a church boy. I know everything about you. But the public don't know nothing about you. See, you playing revolutionary. You're trying to find your place out of the pulpit. But just be yourself. It's all right to love Jesus. It's okay. It's okay to be a good Christian and be angry at the oppression that is suffered by our people. It's okay. Getting on camera, cocking weapons, mean mugging, all of that. By tripping off your mean mugging. OC say it's cap. Tell the people who you are. Cap that. Tell the people who you are. I'm gonna tell you who I am. You can find me anywhere. I'm gonna tell you who I am. Let me show you who I am real quick. Let me show you who I am. Y'all wanna know who I am? Who am I, family? Hold on 1 second. I done jammed up. OC done locked my channel up.
He says to Harker Bay, Toronto Johnson. I call for a Moorish court on brother Toronto Johnson. And anybody who's riding with him with this scandal, with these videos of me, I call for a Moorish court on brother Toronto Johnson.
Now, let me tell you something. You know how easy that is? Tahaka Bay, Toronto Johnson. OC. Who are you for real? Who are you for real? Tell the people who you are for real. Tell the people who you are for real. I call on a Moorish court. I call on a Moorish World TV court on OC the Great for frauding the people. I call on a Moorish court for a guy that got earrings and 2 ears with big circles in them. In September, you marching with a camera or you in front there with a camera. But today you got on a Black Panther outfit. Yeah. That's my brother. But bro, you are totally out of order for defending a person who we know to be suspect. And you try to act like he wasn't suspect. But we know him to be suspect. We know him to be suspect. And there's nothing you can do about it to say that he wasn't suspect. Let me share something with y'all real quick, if you allow me. This is how suspect people are. See what I'm saying? This is how suspect people are. Watch this real quick. I'm going to go to, and I'm not even going to play it, but I'm going to go to real quick. Let me go to YouTube real quick. This is how crazy this is, right? Watch this. Watch this. Watch how. Is this a coincidence? Give me 1 second. Watch. I got some more slides, but to get to my point, but we are OC the Great anyway. You know what I'm saying? Give me 1 second. Got a nerve to call somebody an agent. Nobody knows who you are. Nobody knows who you are. Bringing all these militias on, that ain't gonna save you. You know what I'm saying? All right. Now look, watch this. He want me to play the video? I'm not going to play the sound, but I'm going to show y'all something real quick. Let me show y'all something. Let me go to watch this. Show y'all something real quick. Watch this, family. Watch this. Just watch how crazy this look real quick. Watch this. Talk Bay. Go to the community tab. Bam. All right. Let me go down real quick. Here we go. All right. All right. Watch this real quick. Here we go. Matter of fact, let me pull one more thing up too. Let me pull one more thing up too. Watch this. I'm gonna show y'all something real quick. How you can spot suspect foolishness. It might be a coincidence, but let me show you something. Allow me to show you something. That in real time, I'm showing it to you with no intentions of showing it before, but in real time, I'm gonna show you right now something that is clearly. All right. Stop right there. All right. Y'all ready? Here we go. Check out how I surgically show how these crazy people are. Calling somebody an agent. All right. Now, here we go. Pay close attention to this. Family. The date on this, I need somebody to type it in. February the 17th. Type it in so we all can remember. Matter of fact, let me put it like this so y'all can see. Hold up, y'all can't see. February the 17th. Can y'all see it? February the 17th. Somebody type it in. Okay. February the 17th. Y'all see this video? Pay close attention, family. February the 17th. Now, in this video, he said, "You think the youth is a problem?" Now, let me show you. In the video, he's with youth where someone is showing them how to put on some brakes. So he goes down the street and he names the video, "The youth is not the problem. It's a lack of resources and a lack of mentorship." Y'all peep that? All right. February the 17th, he goes up and walk up on somebody with some young guys, which is a noble thing, showing them how to put on brakes. Right? Now, let me stop this. Do y'all remember this post right here? Now, I didn't describe what was going on. I don't think I did. But I'm talking to youth right here. And guess what we're talking about? The youth that we're talking about, do you know what we're talking about? These young guys just graduated from auto mechanic school. Now, hold up. He said this cap, and it might be. But now, hold up. Remember, February the 17th, right? February the 4th. Now, I only posted it on Facebook. Y'all see this? Y'all see this? I don't post a lot of my work on social media. Y'all see that? I did this on February the 4th. I'm talking to youth who just got ACS certified or ASC certified that came out of prison and chose auto mechanics. I only posted, I didn't even make this live. You see it says not live. I didn't make this live. But I did on my Facebook. I did on my Facebook, February the 4th. So what I did was, let me stop share. So what's real cap? So what I did was I record my stuff to my YouTube, but some of the stuff I don't go live with. Some of the stuff I just don't go live with because I don't want people trolling the young people. Press 7. You know how them trolls talk crazy? If I'm helping youth in this hood for real, like I was invited to a spot, you know what I mean, to speak to the youth. You know what I'm saying? I just didn't walk up on somebody working on a car. I was invited to a spot that trained young men or women that get out of prison, and they wanted me to talk to them how to move into the next stage of life after they get after they become certified in auto mechanics. You see what I'm saying? So isn't it ironic that now February the 14th, he walks down the street watching a dude change brakes, but I'm capping. What was he doing? What was OC doing? All he did was have a camera talking. I'm actually inspiring people, telling them, don't go work for nobody if you don't have to. If you have to, work for somebody until you can springboard into your own business. You follow me? He said the video was March 17th, 2019. Amazingly to me that we just seeing it. Good job. Let me make sure. Does it say March 2019? It doesn't say that on the video. You know what I'm saying? So if the video was March 17th, 2019, as you just said, it's a repost from February. Hold up. You saying it. Now I'm going to use your own words. You saying it. It's a repost. And now that's cap. And now that's cap. What made you repost? Because you know it's propaganda. You know it's propaganda. So if the video was from March 17th, right? You just said it. If it was from March 17th, this one say February 17th, 2022. So what significance does this video, what you doing now? So any way you look at it, it's cap. Any way you look at it, it's cap. That video is from March 17th, 2019. Okay. Okay. Play the full video. Nah, because you be striking my channel like the rest of them. You welcome to come on the channel. You still my brother. I just disagree with you. You welcome to come on my channel. You know what I'm saying? But back to my presentation. This brother supported Grandmaster Jay all the way to the bitter end. And he still said he's going to Grandmaster Jay's court date. What fool would support someone that is clearly an op? This ain't something that we making up. This ain't something that we making up. Grandmaster Jay, if he's not an op, he shows every sign that he's an op. He even flagged OC the Great Channel. And this guy say he's still supporting him. That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. Brother, that doesn't add up. You can't call people agents just because we disagree. I'm saying that the signs of an agent is you come out of nowhere talking crazy. The signs of an agent is you support someone talking crazy when clearly this person has too many red flags, and you continue to support them. The signs of an agent is you bring people like Crystal Muhammad on your channel without researching, knowing that many people that was under the leadership of Crystal Muhammad went to jail for Crystal Muhammad while she went home. That Malik had people that go to jail under his leadership. And they went home. You can't have it both ways. You can't support people. Check. You can't support people who have a bunch of red flags and you still remain solid. You can't do that. That don't work in our community no more. You can't remain solid when people have too many red flags. The moment I see a red flag, I'm done with you. I brought Crystal Muhammad on my show. She showed me she had a red flag. What happened, family? I'm done. Ali Muhammad came on my show. He showed a red flag. I called him on it. I'm done. AJ came on my show. Now I see that he have a true red flag with Grandmaster Jay. I'm done. I ain't got nothing else to talk about. What I got to talk about? What I gotta act like we cool for? What I gotta act like we gonna fight some revolution together when you got a bunch of red flags? We ain't fighting nothing together. But not you. And you got the nerve, the audacity to say Tahaka Bey is an agent. How? Let's go proof for proof. I bet you won't do that. We could do it on your platform. Let's go proof for proof what the signs of an agent. I will show the people what I consider to be signs that you could be an agent, and you show them what I. Let's go proof for proof. How about that? Let's go research for research. How about that? See, that's the difference between me and a lot of people. I'm ready to face my accuser. I'm ready to face my agitator. I'm ready to face the antagonizer. At any given moment, I'm ready to face the antagonizer. I'm ready to face the accuser. But you know what the accuser would say? Man, I ain't talking to no agent. Man, shut up. Because I'm going to make you look crazy. I'm going to make you look real crazy. I'm going to bring up some stuff. You're going to be like, how you get that? Only thing you're going to bring out, you're going to say some old dumb stuff like, he used to beat up women. He got a mole on the back of his neck. You're going to say something stupid like them old other people do. That's all you're going to do. That's all you're going to do. Somebody say, how you going to talk about people in your mods? Block them. If they want to come on the channel, if they're not talking sense, they're going to get blocked. LOL. LOL. All you got to do is hit me up at taharkabay@gmail.com. You want to come on? Taharkabay, don't come on talking crazy. Come on making sense. I'm just hyper. I'm not disrespecting nobody. And a lot of myself is responding. I mean, I ain't disrespect Ozone. I mean, OC the Great. I didn't disrespect OC the Great. I'm just saying he just did a whole video that I'm an agent. I'm saying, come on, talk about it. Come on, prove it. And I'm going to prove to you. And at the end of the day, it is what it is. That's all. So let me get back at it. Let me get back at it. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna let you make me lose focus. So anyway, all of this was started from the Black identity extremists. You know, and when you look at channels like OC the Great that actually supported Grandmaster Jay to the bitter end, and he still said he's going to jail, to the court to support him. You know what I mean? That sounds crazy to me. You can go to court to report, but there's no reason you should be going to court to support. That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense, but hey, that's you. But now listen, the Black identity extremists, it started August the 17th. By May the 12th, 2020, here comes Grandmaster Jay. If NFC get involved in diplomacy has been rendered and negotiation has ended. If NFAC, y'all hear what they say? If NFAC get involved, that's what he says. Diplomacy has been rendered and negotiations have ended. You know what that means? You know what that means? Again, he's trying to incite people to do something that he's not willing to do himself. You see what I'm saying? You follow me? He's trying to incite people. And this is what I'm trying to tell y'all. Be careful. And then I wanted all my militia brothers and sisters who out here, I mean, I want all y'all to know that be careful with these people. This is a clear sign. You follow me? Don't nobody remove OC the Great comments. Don't nobody move. I don't want nobody removing OC the Great comments. Who removing OC the Great comments? Somebody say, LOL said, how come your mods cursing and you say this isn't disrespectful? What mods are cursing? There shouldn't be no mods cursing people out. There shouldn't be no mods removing people for reasonable comments. We're not going to silence anybody that speak with respect, even if they get excited. So mods, don't move anybody comments and don't block OC the Great. I don't think he wasn't being disrespectful. Yeah, I don't think he was being disrespectful, family. Yeah, please unblock. Yeah, please unblock OC the Great. He wasn't being disrespectful, and we're not going to silence him for voicing his opinion. I think he was real respectful in his response, and I just get pumped up. And I be hyper. That's all. But I don't have no intentions of disrespecting anybody. Even if I disagree with OC the Great, I have no intention of disrespecting him. You know what I'm saying? But if he called me an agent, I say, let's go file for file and let's see who's the agent. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think he was disrespectful. And so don't block him. Because if I came in his chat, I would want the same respect, even if I totally disagree with him. You know, I would want the same respect. So I don't hate anybody. I don't live hate. You know what I'm saying? I just disagree and I express my disagreement. You know what I'm saying? That's it. That's it. I disagree. I put the receipts on the table and I express my disagreement, you know? And if you can express yours in a respectable, responsible way, hey, I rock with you when it comes to exchanging our differences. I rock with you in exchanging our differences. But the moment that you start talking that old crazy stuff, you know what I'm saying? The moment you start talking that crazy stuff and that old tough killer talk, yeah, you got to get out of here. Ain't nobody trying to hear that. Too many of our people dying over nothing. You know what I'm saying? I say, let's go and shed light on our oppressor. Sister Dolores, you know I love you, right? Sister Dolores, don't we got 2,000 years of information on our oppressor? You know that the Romans conquered our people in North Africa over 4,000 years ago? Do you know that this oppression has been going on from this European and now it's intellectualized and it's manipulating our people and that we are our greatest enemy at this point? That our oppressor is our greatest enemy through our people. Our oppressor is not our greatest enemy by a direct oppression. It's always operating through our people. Let's deal with the elephant in the room. Our people are bidding for the oppressor. If you are not aware in 2022, that the European has taken a backseat and have people look like you doing his bidding, then we are living in the Stone Ages for real. We are living in the Stone Ages for real. Now, somebody else can keep talking about this European. Somebody else can do that. But the one that's in the midst of us, that look like me and you, is more dangerous than this European because he's thinking with a European mind. He's thinking with a European mind. And while we're focusing on the European or the oppressor of any sort, that's the European, the one that looked like me and you would pillage, rob, and sabotage every angle that we put in place to get free. The European has got his feet up on his couch right now. The Grandmaster J is the problem because he's working for the oppressor. If we can fix ourselves, no one can infiltrate us. No one can infiltrate us. It's about us, and we need to get that in our head. Learn how to decipher who's you and who's not you. Learn how to decipher that. Can we learn that? By default, we should be able to look at this system that's ran by Europeans and say that this system is imbalanced and against us. Now, if we want to do something about this system, we just organize and we attack it from an organized perspective. But if we want to deal with our people getting free, then we have to move in that direction. Since the Lord said, OC the Great has done great things to help our brothers, I can care less about GMJ. Let me show you what OC the Great has done to help our brothers real quick. Let me show you something real quick. Do you know some of the most inflammatory? Here we go. Let me show you something real quick. Let me show you something. Let me show you something. Watch this. The saddest thing about betrayal.
In solidarity, in fact, we didn't meet him directly, but we saw him. But we got to actually meet him. It was actually Brother Delta who kept who said that when Ozone was coordinating for the demonstration for the brother that was lynched in Georgia in Douglasville, Delta said that Ozone was making that call.
Do you know that this footage come from OC, the Great Platform? Do you know a lot of things that Ozone is facing? Some of the most inflammatory things are on Ozone, OC, the Great Platform. Do you know that? This come from OC, the Great Platform. Check it out.
Now, if anybody knows this formation of the New Black Panther Party, we've been very consistent. Ozone took the lead on the Brother Styles lynching in Georgia. We said by all means we'll be down there with him in solidarity. When we met the brother, he met with us in Atlanta the day before it was time for the demonstration. We met up. We met him and some of his other.
And I want y'all to know that the devil ain't pretty. For y'all who think that the devil is pretty, you got something wrong. The devil is not pretty. If you expecting the devil to be some mean, ugly, red pantyhose wearing crazy nut, then you got another thing coming. The devil is supposed to be gracious. The devil's supposed to be inviting. And many people that you see that speak and you think that they're doing a good service, they're just doing the work. They're just doing the work of the lower self. Don't be fooled. Just because somebody talking unity, we need to unite. We shouldn't be fighting each other. Don't be fooled. That's one of the oldest tricks in the book. That's one of the oldest tricks in the book. Somebody, yeah, you know, I want y'all to donate, you know, Black Power. You know, I need y'all to donate, you know. Yeah. That's the oldest trick in the book. But what's their track record? Who are these people? Just because someone comes to YouTube and they begin to seem as if they support somebody, what's their true track record? Where have they been for the last 20 years? Where have they been for the last 10? Half of these people came to light right after the black extremists investigation. Do y'all hear what I say? Half of these people begin to get popular with these YouTube videos and YouTube platforms right after the black extremist situation. And many of them came in support of some of the most unbelievable, and I say some of the most unbelievable fake leaders in our community. And support it all the way to the end. All the way to the end. You follow me? Unbelievable to me. So either we gonna do something. We gonna wake up and see life for what it is, and see those for what they are, or we just gonna fake ourselves out. You know what I'm saying? We just gonna fake ourselves out. Let me show you something real quick. Let's do it. Let me just share this with you real quick. You know what I'm saying? Let me share this with you. And I could be wrong about OC the Great, but I tell you what, let's just take a look. Let's look at the track record. 10 years ago, OC went from 44K views. 10 years ago. 8 years ago. Y'all paying attention? Watch it. Let's watch it. Y'all paying attention? Watch it. 8 years ago. Dr. Khalid appears. Ice Bucket Challenge. You follow me? Watch it. Okay. 4 years ago. 7 years ago. Then we go to 1 year ago. Vote or no vote. 1 year ago, he picks back up on GMJ. Y'all hear me? Now pay attention. Classes in section. He's talking about food deception. He's talking about food deception protein. He's doing ice bucket challenges. Then, a year ago, his first video, he does a fake Moorish right to travel 2 years prior. Then his video is defending Grandmaster J. This is how he entered back into YouTube. Defending Grandmaster J. But who was this guy before then? And all the videos is defending Grandmaster J. Well, hold up now. Wait a minute. Wait a minute now. Wait, let's hold on a minute. Now watch this. Now watch this. He came in defending Grandmaster J, but why? Do we know about this? What about this? What is it? Y'all see that? Where's Grandmaster J at? He's with Trump, right? Why is he defending Grandmaster J? How does this work? You follow me? You follow me? All right. So he's with Trump. Now let me stop this. Hold up. All right. Listen closely.
Keep me on my P's and Q's, so if I have to be around this person won't stab me in the back. I'll already be prepared. If I have to turn around, I have something back there where this person can't stab me in the back. I'll be ready. You dig? So, yeah, I said it. I like Trump, and I'm not a... Yeah, I said it. I like Trump.
Uh-oh.
I'm not a... Yeah, I said it. I like Trump.
Y'all see the connection? Do y'all see the connection? Do y'all see the connection? Do y'all see the connection? Y'all don't see the connection? I need to play it again?
I'm not a... Yeah, I said it. I like Trump, and I'm not a coon.
I like Trump, and I'm not a coon. Dude, what more you need? What more do you need, man? What more do you need? I ain't even gonna finish my slides tonight, man. If y'all want to follow this madness, y'all want to believe in this madness, then you just gonna go right down with this madness. As I said, this was all a dragnet. And the media wing is OC the Great and during Boss Talk. This was a dragnet. Y'all know what a dragnet is? Anybody know what a dragnet is? You can be mad at me all you want. You can don't like me all you want. This was a dragnet. But once Trump is out of office, everybody on their own. This is why Grandmaster Jay could turn against OC the Great. Everybody on their own. Trump out of office, you on your own. Figure it out. This is why Grandmaster Jay flipped on OC the Great. Because he's trying to figure it out. OC the Great, he done now moved into another direction. Like, come on, man. And I ain't even finished yet. But I got work to do tomorrow. I ain't even finished yet. Let me share this with you real quick, one of my slides. When they locked, this is why I say this is gonna be on. I ain't putting this on. I ain't putting none of this on YouTube no more. You're gonna see me talking on YouTube. I'm gonna put all my work on talkabay.com for now on. If you ain't subscribed, you ain't gonna see this. But I'm giving you good quality research. Now look at this. Thursday, December the 3rd. Let's go down to the last line. The FBI Louisville Division of Louisville Metro Police Department are investigating this case. This case falls the purview of Attorney General Task Force Combat Violent Anti-Government Extremism. This is talking about the Grandmaster Jay case. That the case falls within the purview of the Attorney General Task Force to Combat Violent Anti-Government Extremism, launched in 2020. Isn't that what we talked about in the beginning of this? That this was launched by the Black Identity Extremist Movement? Isn't that what we talked about? Are we woke yet? Are we woke yet? Are we woke yet? Are we awoke yet? You get mad at me all you want, but are we awoke yet? And guess what? Guess what? You know what? I would allow anybody to come here respectfully and prove my information wrong. And if I'm wrong, I will apologize. If you can prove that this information does not connect dots, that it's not suspect, and let me tell you something, I'm not saying that the end is the end all and be all, because I can be wrong too. But I'm telling you that if these dots don't connect, I invite you to come and show me how they don't connect, and I will apologize. I will make a public apology. I will make a public apology. The whole objective is to bring you from your backyard, bring you from your training in the woods, bring you from your offices, bring you from your house, and bring you to the forefront, identify you, just in case you are a potential threat. Do y'all understand that? Press 7 if you understand that before I get out of here. It's all about to identify the opposition if it exists. In other words, how many Makai Johnsons exist within the quote-unquote Black community? How many people are angry and frustrated? Let's take a count. Who can we get to bring them out? Who can we get to bring them out? And as I said, in order to bring them out, they came up with an elaborate plan. And I'm telling you, it's all connected. You hear what I say? It's all connected. And if you think it's not, you're fooling yourself. All of these people know each other. It's all connected. And if you think it's a game, keep playing. And by 2025, we might not know where you're at. We might not know where you're at. Anybody remember this? Last but not least. Remember I did the show on this? Anybody remember this guy? Anybody remember this brother right here? Who remember this guy? I did this show on this guy back when they accused him of shooting the police. Anybody remember him? While they was marching out there, he was not too far off from the march and was accused of shooting the police. Nobody never checked on him. Nobody cared about him. What happened to him? Because when we do a search, we can't find nothing on him. Nothing. So if you want to end up like this, and we're going to continue to look for him. But if you want to end up like this, follow this bull jive. This is madness. This is madness. This is unbelievable to me that we in this day and time would follow this madness. The last time I remember this brother, he was going up for bond and he had $1 million bond. I've been covering this from day one. I've been covering this from day one. He had $1 million bond. Y'all don't remember? No, he's forgotten now. He's forgotten. He's somewhere lost in the system. Allegedly riding off the adrenaline of the rhetoric of Grandmaster Jay. You follow me? So at the end of the day, people can play that game if they want to. They can play that game if they want to. But I'm telling you, don't play that game. If you think that you can organize people into some sort of resolution, then you organize. It's not a social media campaign. Just like the stuff that I do off camera to help the community because I know people will troll. I don't need to do that. I don't need social media to see everything I do in my community to validate myself. Let people talk. What you doing? What you doing? And then I just show something of recent. Bam, this is what I do. But I don't have to plaster all of this stuff on social media to validate myself so they control organizations that I work with, so they control youth that I work with, so they control community that I work with. You follow me? I don't have to plaster all that. I know you mad at me. I know that you hate me. I know that you upset. But I'm asking you to prove the information wrong. Shout out to Biko. I know that you upset, but I'm asking you to prove my information wrong. That's all I'm asking. Prove my information wrong so I can make an apology and we can move on. That's all I'm asking. You follow me? Prove my information wrong. Don't fight me. Don't make all silly threats because I don't care about that. I'm from a place where life is cheap. I don't care about none of that. But I'm asking you to prove the information wrong so we can move on and we can see what side you on. What side you on? That's all I'm asking. Calling names, talking about my mama, talking about my wife. You do that all you want. I don't care. But prove the information wrong so we know what side you on. That's it. Family, I appreciate y'all, family. Let me make sure I ain't forget anything important because I got I had quite a few more slides. But I think I covered everything that I needed to cover. But I will share this on my way out the door. 2 things I want to share with you to enlighten you about. That all of y'all that was tapping into Grandmaster Jay with your systems. Last year, the FBI got permission to break into private computers without consent under the auspice to fight hackers. Y'all hear what I say? Under the auspice of fighting hackers. That means that all of your communication, although they took the computers from Grandmaster Jay, all of your communications is an open book. Mine too. Y'all hear this? This is one of the reasons why Grandmaster Jay had an elaborate social media campaign, because the digital fingerprint stays there forever. Forever, ever, ever. And all of your transmissions, all of that killer talk, all of that reckless talk, all of that foolishness that you thought was y'all dirty little secret, he was pulling it out, y'all. He was pulling it out, y'all. And y'all have to remember that Grandmaster Jay's entire campaign was done on social media. His entire recruitment tactic was done on social media. Is it coming together? Is it making sense? Is it making sense? So from here on out, although I'm not one of the reasons that gives Grandmaster Jay a purpose to jump into an operation like this is very simple. The prosecutor in San Diego says this. John Kirby, a former federal prosecutor in San Diego, said prosecutors are likely using the case to neutralize what they see as a growing threat in Grandmaster Jay and NFAC. But what I'm telling you, it's not to neutralize Grandmaster Jay and NFAC, because Grandmaster Jay is a character. NFAC is a front and doesn't really exist. So in fact, it's to neutralize a growing threat of those who have the potential to rise up against what they may see as a common enemy or oppressor. In Kirby's view, the facts are simple. Grandmaster Jay, a man with a criminal history, aimed a gun at law enforcement officer, which is illegal. I think this is actually a pretty strong case, he says, but remember, this is a former prosecutor, so he's supposed to say this. The NFAC leader had been arrested twice, according to prosecutors. A 1995 charge stemming from an incident at a bar was dropped for lack of evidence, according to court documents. In 2003, he was accused of using a rifle to threaten his then wife and a man with whom Grandmaster Jay was having an affair. He pleaded guilty to trespassing and paid a small fine, according to documents. Now, here's the one that would put him in a position to work for the opposition. Grandmaster Jay has been other than honorably discharged from the military twice, both times in lieu of facing court-martial. Prosecutors said in a criminal complaint related to the September rally. Now, let me tell you, Grandmaster Jay called on prosecutors to drop the charge, allow him to sign back into his social media, Instagram, removed his account several months after he was charged. He said cutting him off from 125,000 followers. So let's stop right there real quick. Nobody knows the particular of this court-martial twice. Nobody knows how he was dishonorably discharged, not once, but twice. Normally you get dishonorably discharged, or what they called it, what they just called it? They called it other than honorably discharged, but he got back into the military. And then it happened a second time. But nobody knows anything about that. Nobody knows what happened. Nobody knows what went on in that dark room to keep him from going in that 5x7. Nobody knows. But we do know that he appeared in Brunswick acting the greatest role of his life. Influenced a bunch of diehard brothers and sisters to come out of the background. So family, this Wednesday, I will be covering some of the ozone conversation on TahakaBay.com. I will definitely be covering some of the ozone conversation on TahakaBay.com. You won't be able to hear it here, but I will be live here. But I will be covering that. And you're going to hear what he has to say as it relates to those who have been speaking in his behalf. And just because someone screamed Black Power, just because someone screamed, we need to stick together, we need to do all this, we need to do all that, first check their track record. First find out, do they have a name? Do they have a name other than a social media tag, a YouTube tag? What do they do? Where do they work? What do they do? I bet y'all know more about me than some of these YouTubers. Can somebody, let me see if anybody know me. Family, what do I do for a living to take care of my family? Can anybody type it in the chat real quick? Anybody know? What do I do? Let me see if somebody can type it in the chat. Can anybody type in the chat? What do I do to take care of my family? Anybody know? I'm waiting for somebody to type in the chat. I bet somebody know. It's a little delay, so I'm going to keep saying, look, carpentry, hammer, home improvement. You see that? Home improvement, property management. You see that? Then I'm going to ask you, What do OC the Great do? Look, restoration, home improvement. Now, what do OC the Great do to take care of his family? Anybody know? Empress Latesse, thank you, family. Thank you, family. See, y'all know. My real name is Toronto Johnson. That's my birth name. Toronto is an indigenous name to these shores. My actual name is Toronto Johnson Bay. But Toronto and Tahaka is intermingled. Y'all see what I'm saying? That's the difference. That's the difference. And I'm not saying that he need to tell people all of his business. Somebody say lick his lips. I'm not saying that he needs to tell people all of his business, but you can't be on the front line being mysterious like that. Too much is at stake. Too much is at stake. Because them little polyester suits that you be rocking, nah, they don't be polyester. I'm just playing OC the Great. OC the Great, you welcome to come on the channel. You still my brother. I just disagree with you to the fullest. You may not be an agent, but you have endorsed agents, and you have allowed agents to come on your channel with inflammatory statements, and you continue to allow the weirdest stuff on your platform as it relates to critical situations. And I speak of the critical situation that Arthur Wallace is in. Shouldn't even be speaking on it in the way that I hear you speaking on it. Let the brother have his day in court. Only thing we should know about Arthur Wallace is how his day going in the Bing and how he don't mess with none of y'all talking crazy in reference to his name. That's all we should know. Somebody say, that's right. Did he apologize to the people that he the one promoted Remy to stealing that money? With that being said, family, I appreciate y'all. It's 12:36 on the East Coast. I love you, family, even if you don't like me. But I implore you to prove my information wrong. We can still be brothers. We can still be sisters. I would just have to apologize. And you will be vindicated. But if I ain't called for you, don't come for me. Stop coming for me. Because I ain't called for you.
He says Tahaka Bay? Toronto Johnson? I call for a Moorish court on brother Toronto Johnson and anybody who's riding with him with this scandal, with these videos of me and my wife riding the people. I never saw my brothers and sisters serving these packages when I was with Daweed Ali and them and Taj and them used to come to Chicago.
I laid them old boys to rest. They was dead asleep anyway. Sleepwalking, they keep talking. I probably catch a charge, and I don't care what any say. Nobody. Yeah, I'm the people's grand sheik, and the people's grand sheik ain't seen a man I can't beat. Only the gods is my equal.
Happy birthday to Keish Welsh. Keish Wash. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. And happy birthday to everybody else who experienced a birthday today. And may the good Creator give you many, many more. And shower you with many, many blessings. Because in this world that we live in, it's a blessing to wake up and see another day to try it again and get some of the blessings from the Creator. So I wish you a wonderful birthday and many, many blessings, especially in this crazy world. The silver lining is that we got one more chance to get it right. Happy birthday.
Immortals, you just my sequel. What the 85ers? Dip divers? Trying to symbolize us? You already dead. Who done got up in your head? Rent free. You wanna know who sent me? Who sent you? Leg, head. I tried to pull you out the bed, but you got a ball groggy. Started talking real crazy, eyes foggy. Couldn't see through the fog. Then I had to bring the dogs, barking all up in your ear, acting like you don't care. Oh, you don't care? Like you don't preserve life. Oh yeah. And you really don't care, right? Oh, you don't care, right? Well, we gon' really check that, bet that, respect that. Since you said you ain't scared to die. I laid them young boys to rest. They was dead sleep anyway. I laid them old boys to rest. They was sleepwalking anyway. I'm the people's grand sheik. I ain't seen a man I can't beat. I laid them young boys to rest. They was sleepwalking anyway. I would take you on any day. Michigan, New York, Cali, where you at? What you thought? From that town to Baltimore, everybody on the road is all raw. They ready, choppers. I don't really think you want the problem. Hold up, wake the thought up. Back to a law, leg, head. I try to get him out the bed. Sleepwalking anyway. Sleepwalking anyway. Wake up, keep talking. Sleepwalking anyway. Wake up. I don't care what any say. Nobody. I'm the people's grand sheep and the people's grand sheep. I ain't seen a man I can't beat. Never. You mortals, you just my sequel. You mortals, you just my sequel. Only equals is the gods. You mortals, that's my sequel. I see dead people. Hey. I see dead people. I laid them old boys to rest. They was dead sleep anyway. I laid them young boys to rest. They was dead sleep anyway. Hey, people's grand sheep. I ain't never met a man that I can't beat. No. The gods is my only equal. That's it. You mortals, you just my sequel. That's it.
I call for a more report on Brother Toronto Johnson and anybody who's riding with him with this scandal or with these videos of me and my wife frauding the people.
I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember. I be that more you gon' remember. To Harker Bay front line till the law call my number. I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember. That's right. I be that more you gon' remember. To Harker Bay front line till the law call my number. You a friend of the Moors, then you a friend of mine. I was told to watch my enemies, now hold my line. Those that speak against the prophet, they speak against me. And I'm speaking about the prophet over Drew Ali, who was the first to remind you and bind you back to Morocco, the mountains, Mississippi, and Quebec. Told you you wasn't black, proved it with straight facts. You tripping off trucks, you need to be tripping off that. Now here we go again, acting like you a slave. Family, see y'all tonight, 9:30. Let's go. I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember. I be that more you gon' remember. To Harker Bay front line till the law